Hello guys, welcome to today's class. In today's class, we'll be talking about a quick overview of Laplace transform because upcoming lectures will have to solve problems using in Laplace domain, sir. So you should be a little bit comfortable by using the Laplace transform. So I'll give you the basic formulas, the basic properties which we'll be using a lot, right? So to start with, sir, assume you have a single system like this. Assume you have a small system which is like this. Say the impulse response of which is h of t, and say the input is x of t and the output is y of t. This is in time domain, sir. Now if I show the same thing in Laplace domain, in Laplace domain this will become h of s and this will become y of s and this will become your x of s, right? Generally we use small terms in your time domain and capital letters in your Laplace domain, right? Now see, sir, if you want to find, basically if you want to find the output, in the time domain, you will have to do y of t is equal to x of t convolution h of t. That is basically what, sir? From minus infinity infinity x into tau h t minus tau minus t h tau minus t d tau, sir, right? So if you want to find the output in your time domain, you will have to do convolution. What you have to do, sir? Convolution, right? Which is generally a time taking process and it is not preferable, sir. The easiest method is this, sir. If you do the same thing in here, you can simply get your y of s is equal to h of s into x of s. In the last class, we have actually used this before without even knowing this, that you have directly taken, sir. This is, if you have written r of s, this is c of s and r of s you written. So r of s, c of s by r of s is equal to g of s. You have written this already. So basically the transition from time domain to frequency domain is done because analysis becomes easy. Analysis becomes easy, sir, right? Or the convolution will get multiplied to convolution in time domain is same as multiplication in Laplace domains. So what is basically Laplace domain? We'll replace S. So what is S, sir? S is basically sigma plus j omega, right? If the sigma is 0, then it will become the Fourier transform, right? Now I will not go in detail about this because you will rigorously study about this in your signals and system. I will just tell you what are the basic things which you should know, right? Now assume you have a signal f of t in time domain, and if you put Laplace transform to it, then it will get converted to capital F of s, right? Or if you put inverse Laplace to capital F of s, what will you get? If you put inverse Laplace to capital F of s, what you will get, sir? You will get as small f of t, right? So from going from time domain to frequency domain, Laplace transform is used, and from Laplace domain to time domain, inverse Laplace is used, sir. Inverse Laplace is used basically, right? Now let us see what is the basic formula which is used to convert your any time domain signal into Laplace domain signal. This you have to remember this, sir. This f of s is equal to 0 to infinity f of t into e power minus st dt, right? For causal systems, for t greater than or equal to 0, that is for causal systems, and whichever problems which we will be studying in the control systems will be causal, so we will take from 0 to infinity, or we had to use minus infinity to plus infinity, right? So this will be using the formula to convert your any time domain signal into what, sir? If you want to convert your time domain signal into frequency domain signal, this is what I will be using, sir, right? Next, Let me write some of the basic properties which will be our standard Laplace transforms which are used, right? So standard Laplace transforms. Standard Laplace transforms. Which are mostly used. See sir, I will write here in time domain and here in frequency domain. So when you go from here to here, that is Laplace transform, here to here, inverse Laplace transform, right? See sir, if you have delta t, that is an impulse function, the Laplace transform will become 1. Similarly, if you have AUT, the Laplace transform will become A by S. So you have A into RT, then it will become A by S square. Say you have, you can write this A, if you write here, you get A here, right? Very simple. You have parabolic function, that is, this is basically TUT also, sir. TUT is equal to RT or T square by 2 UT. If T square by 2 UT is there, then it will become 1 by S cube. If this is only T square UT, then it will become what's that? 2 by S cube. So this is what you will be using, basic signals, sir. These are your basic signals. Remember all of them, very important, sir. Basic signals. This is impulse, step, ramp, parabolic. Parabolic in another form, right? Now see sir, the general form of this is, if you write TUT, if you write in time domain, in Laplace domain it will become like this, sir. It will become, sir, TUT has become what? That will become T power n ut, sorry, T power n ut will be n factorial divided by T s power n plus 1, right? Now if you put T square here, it will become 2 factorial divided by S cube. TUT you put, that will become 1 factorial divided by S plus 3, right? So this is also one of the basic thing which you will have to understand. Next, e power minus at ut. The Laplace of this will be 1 by S plus a. Whereas if you have plus here, it will become minus here, right? Similarly, if you have ut minus t naught, or let me tell that in shifting. Say if you have sine omega t. Say if you have sine at. So you have sine at ut. For everything ut should be there, sir, because for t greater than 0, right? This will become what, sir? The Laplace of sine will become a divided by s square plus a square, right? So you have cos at ut, that will become s divided by s square plus a square, right? So one way of remembering this is, generally students get confused, when you have cos here s, then you will get s here, sir, right? That's the way I have remembered it. So these are some of the basic formulas which we will be using. If I go to the principles now, let me look at the principles, sir. If I look at the principles, see sir, what will be the principles? If I want to write the properties of Laplace transform, the next thing is properties of Laplace transform. Very important, sir, in signal and system also. So sir, properties, basic properties we'll use. The first property is linearity. First property is what, sir? Linearity. That means if the Laplace transform of f of t is f of s and the Laplace transform of g of t is g of s, either way is also possible, then Laplace transform of a into f of t plus b into g of t will be equal to a into f of s plus b into g of s, right? That means if I ask you a small question on this like this, sir, what is the Laplace of t plus e power minus 2t plus sine 3t? Or let me just change it to t 2 e power minus t plus 4 sine 3t, right? Ut. For everyone, there is ut also there. Or if we sometimes gives like this and we say simply c greater than or equal to 0. That means ut is already included. Now we know that Laplace transform of t ut is how much, sir? Ut is not given, but t greater than 0 given means ut is given, sir. This will be what, sir? It will be 1 by s square. Similarly, Laplace of 2 into e power minus t is what, sir? Into ut is also there. This will become 2 will come as it is, and this is basically 1 by s plus 1 like this, right? And the Laplace of 4 sine 3t is how much, sir? 4 sine 3t is basically, this 4 will be there as it is, and 3t will be 3 divided by s square plus 3 squares. So when you find Laplace of all of this, then the Laplace of the answer will become, simply it will be 1 by s square plus 2 by s plus 1 plus 12 by s square plus 9. So this is a general application of this particular properties. If you know Laplace transform of an individual function, if you multiply it with a constant, the Laplace transform will also get multiplied. See 2 here, 4 here. And when you add the functions in time domain, you can add them in the Laplace domain also, right? Very good, sir. Next, the next property, if I say, the second property is basically time shifting properties. Second property is time shifting. And the third one is frequency shifting. I will write them together. Frequency shifting, because it will be easy for you to remember, sir. Right? Now, if I want to talk about time shifting properties, see, sir, if the Laplace of f of t is basically f of s, then the Laplace of e power minus at, the Laplace of e power minus, that will be, see, frequency shifting, f of t minus t naught will be what? F of t plus t naught will be what? Similarly, if the Laplace transform of f of t is f of s, then what will be Laplace transform of e power minus at f of t and e power plus at f of t, right? See, sir, when you go from here to here, this is basically called delay function. Delay function or transportation lag. In Laplace domain, you will get it as transportation lag. So see, sir, if you have like this, it will become e power minus st naught into f of s, and this will become e power plus st naught into f of s. So one thing to observe from here is, in your time shifting, if you have minus t naught here, this will become e power minus st naught. If you have plus t naught here, it will become e power plus st naught. Whereas if you go in this particular frequency shifting, see, sir, in frequency shifting what happens? If this is e power minus at, this will become f of s plus a, and this will become f of s minus a, right? So this is also a very remember thing, sir, which you have to remember. In frequency shifting, if you use e power minus at into ft, this will become e power s plus a. E power plus at into ft, it will become s minus a. Knowingly or unknowingly, we have seen the example of this. See sir, what is the example we have seen already? We know that example we have seen like this. What is the Laplace of ut? Sir, it is 1 by s. Sir, what is the Laplace of e power minus 2t ut? You have written it as 1 by s plus 2. So, wherever you see s, you replace it with s. If you have minus 2 here, there it will go and become s plus. See sir, here we have knowingly, unknowingly, you have written. If it was minus t here, it will become s plus t. Because ut is there 1 by s, e power minus t, so 1 by s plus. Right? Similarly, by using this property, if I ask you this, what is the Laplace of e power minus 4t sin 3t ut? This I am asking, sir. Right? First, let us write for sin 3t. We know that sin 3t ut, the Laplace will be what, sir? Sin means it will become 3 by s square plus 9. Right? Now you do the frequency shifting. That means if you want e power minus 4t sin 3t ut, that will become, wherever you see s, you write s plus 4. So this will become 3 by s plus 3, 3 by s plus 4 whole square plus 9. If I ask you like this, sir, if I ask you what is the Laplace of e power t cos root 2t, right? Then what would you say? Ut. Then you would say, sir, I know that cos root 2t ut, the Laplace of this is, whenever you get your cos, you get right s by s square plus a square, that is root 2 square will be 2. Now if you want e power t cos root 2t ut, this will become, wherever you see s, you write s minus 1. S minus 1 by s minus 1 square plus 2. This will be the answer, right? Similarly, you can apply your time shifting property also, sir. Say, I'll write it here only. If ut is 1 by s, then what will be ut minus 1, sir? Ut minus 1 will become 1 by s for ut and e power minus s. So, whenever you see e power minus s, then you understand that it is of transportation lag. E power minus s, e power minus 2s, that means it's a lag function. It is delay in time. If you see plus s, that means it is advance in time. Right? Very good, sir. So, this is your second and third property. Now, let me go to the fourth property, sir. The fourth property is basically shifting plus scaling, sir. The fourth property is time scaling. First, we'll do time scaling. Then we will do scaling plus shifting plus scaling. Fifth one is time scaling plus shifting. See, sir, what is this? If you want to see this, it will be like this, sir. If the frequency, if the Laplace of f of t is f of s, then the Laplace of f of at will become 1 by modulus of a f of s by a. Or if you have write f of a by t, it is not a by t, sir. F of t by a, then it becomes what, sir? Modulus of a into f of sa. Right? This is what it becomes, sir. Right? So, if I want to write an example for this, see, sir, example can be like this. Say, I want to write that f of t Laplace is basically f of s. Then I am asking what is the Laplace of f of minus 2t. Then the Laplace of f of minus 2t will be, you are multiplying with at. If you multiply here, it will become divided. So, 1 by modulus of 2 into capital S f of s by minus 2. So, the answer will be 1 by 2 f of minus s by 2. So inside the minus will be remaining, but outside the minus will go away, sir. Next. The next one is shifting plus scaling, sir. So if I want to do f of at plus b, the Laplace transform of say f of t. Let us say that the Laplace transform of f of t is basically f of s, right? Then what will be the Laplace transform of f of at plus b? This or that will be equal to 1 by modulus of a f of s by a into e power b into s by a. So see sir, how do we do this actually? There is a way of doing this, sir. You might have studied in signal and system. First we will have to find for f of t plus b. What will be for f of t plus b, sir? If you have f of t, that is f of s. So if you have t plus b, it is in time, sir. If it is in time, then the same magnitude will get. So you will get f of s into e power bs you will get, sir. Right? First you do shifting, sir. First you do shifting, then you do scaling. Remember, first shift, then scale. First do shifting, then scaling. This is how we do while plotting also, sir. Whenever you are plotting a graph in your signal system, this is how you do it. So then your f of at plus b will become what? That will become at. Wherever you see at, what you write? You write 1 by modulus of a, and wherever you see s, you write s by a. Then it will become e power b into s by a. This will become the answers, right? If there was minus t also, you mix that in a and you will get the answer, right? So if I ask you a question like this, sir. If I ask you an example question like this, say sir, the Laplace of f of t is f of s, right? Then what is the f of t for f of 2s into e power 3s, right? This is what I have asked, sir, right? Now let us see for this, sir. For this you will have to remember this formula. So if you compare what do you get, sir? Basically s by a should be equal to, inside the s by a should be equal to 2s, and your 3s should be equal to what, sir? bs by a, right? And there is nothing here, so that you have to send it this side, sir. So we will send it here. So see sir, what will happen? From here I can get what is a, sir? From here you will get a as 1 by 2. And what will you get b as, sir? From here you will get b is equal to, if you put a is equal to 1 by 2, b will become equal to 3 by 2, sir. Right? So what will this become, sir? Here actually there has to be what? Actually there has to be, there should be what's there? There should be 2 here. There should be 2, but there is no 2. So we'll write 2 by 2. Right? Then what will happen, see sir? Then you can write this as, basically this 2 should be this. So 1 by 2 will come into f of a is how much, sir? 1 by 2 t plus b is how much, sir? 3 by 2. Right? Now to cross check, let us draw it for this, sir. To cross check, let us plot it for this, or let us write the Laplace for this. So 1 by 2 is there. In place of a you have 1 by 2. So it will become modulus of 2 into capital F of s by a. A is 1 by 2 into e power 3 by 2 s by 1 by 2. So this 2 will get cancelled. This 2 will come here. This 2 gets cancelled. So finally what you got, sir? F of 2s into e power 3s. See sir, f of 2s into e power 3s. Right? So this is how you can solve a question on this. Right? These kind of questions can be solved more in your signal system. Just remember how to apply your time scaling property, scaling plus shifting property, sir. Very good. Now let me go to the next property. See sir, what's the next property? The next property is something like this. It is multiplication with t property. The next property, how much property, sir? It is 6 property. 6 properties multiplication with t property. There can be 3-4 more properties which I might skip. They will be not that much useful in your control system. So see sir, if you are finding multiplication with t property, see sir, what will become? If your Laplace of f of t is f of s, then your Laplace of t f of t, Laplace of t f of t will become minus d by ds of f of s. Right, minus d by ds of f of s, sir. Right, this is very important property, sir. Knowingly or unknowingly, we have already applied this. Example, if you want, I can show you the example. The example is, say the Laplace of ut is how much, sir? The Laplace of ut is 1 by s, right? Now, what is Laplace of tut, sir? The Laplace of tut is minus d by ds of 1 by s. So, see sir, what will it become? Minus of minus 1 by s square. So, that will be 1 by s square. Isn't it, sir? Isn't tut we 1 by s square? Yes, sir, we have written it. Now, let us do it again, sir. T square ut if you want to find. If you want to find t square ut, again minus d by ds of 1 by s square. So, see sir, what will that become? That becomes minus 2 divided by s cube. I told you this in the first slide only. I've written this. So you multiply with the t here, you do differentiation like this, right? So this is multiplication with t property. If you want to write the modification of this only, it is like this: t power n ft. In textbooks, this is what you will see, sir. T power n ft is minus d power n by ds power n fs, right? This is what is used, sir, right? This is your sixth property, multiplication property. Now let's go to the seventh property, most important property, sir, in control systems perspective. That is differentiation property. That is differentiation property. So see sir, what is differentiation property? The Laplace of f of t, if the Laplace of f of t is say f of s, the Laplace of f of t is say f of s, then see sir, what will be a Laplace of dft by dt? Laplace of dft by dt will be s into f of s minus small f of 0, right? This is called the initial condition. The small f of 0 is called initial condition. Then you have d square ft by dt square. That will be equal to what, sir? That will be equal to s square f of s minus s f dash 0 minus f double dash o. It is like this, sir. S f of 0 minus f dash 0, sir. Right? It should be s f of 0 minus f dash 0. So similarly, if you want to write d cube ft by dt cube, that will be like this, sir. It would be s cube f of s minus s square f0. These are all small letters, sir. Just observe, these are all small letters, minus s f dash 0 minus f double dash 0, and then so on. You can keep writing it like this, right? So if you want to write, you can write dnft divided by dtn. The Laplace of it will become like this, s power n f of s minus s power n minus 1 small f of 0 minus s power n minus 2 f dash of 0 minus n and so on f nth dash of 0, right? F n minus 1th dash of 0, right? Because if you see double differentiation, 1 came, Single differentiation, nothing came. 3 differentiation, 2 came. So for nth differentiation, what will you get? N minus 1 differentiation in that 0, right? So this particular thing which is there here, let me tell you, this from here to here, all of this is what, sir? These are basically your initial values. These are what your initial values, right? So small term I've used, sir. This is small f of 0, small f of 0. Then you differentiate the f of t, then you put 0. Double differentiate the f of d, then put 0. Nth to n minus 1 time differentiate, then put 0. Right? These are value. This is called initial condition values. Right? This is the differentiation property. Whenever we want to find the transfer function of a model or of a system whose differential equation is given, I will be using this property very rigorously. Very good, sir. Next, let me go to the integration property, sir. See what is the integration property says. Integration property. Eighth one. Integration property. So see, sir, what will be an integration property? If you want to see an integration property, it will be like this. If you integrate from minus infinity to t ft dt, the Laplace of it will become capital F of s divided by s plus minus infinity to 0 ft dt divided by s. Similarly, for n terms also will be coming like this, sir. You have to be mainly concerned about this particular part here. If there is single differentiation, you will get only 1 by s here, right? If there is double differentiation like this, ft dt, then you will get it as fs by s square. Initial conditions will also be there, sir, but which are of not concern for the control system's perspective, right? Very good, sir. Next, if I want to write about the ninth property, see, sir, what is the ninth property which I want to write about? The ninth property is convolution property. That is convolution property. See, sir, what can I write according to convolution property? I can write that ft convolution gt, if you take the Laplace of it, it will become f of s into g of s, right? This is, we have already applied it in the first slide only. When I was teaching about this, I told you, sir, in the very first slide, this is what I told you. Basically, this is what is the advantage, sir, when you go from Laplace domain or time domain to Laplace domain, your convolution will get multiplied as, convolution will be changed as multiplication. That is the convolution property, right? Similarly, if I go to the last property, see, sir, what is the last property? That is 10th property. Sorry. 10th property is final value theorem and initial value theorem. So this is also mostly used. Tenth one is final value theorem. Final and initial value theorem. Now, if you want f of 0, that is initial values, then what do? You put limit t tends to 0 f of t. If you want to do it in Laplace domain, see, sir, how will this get converted to? This will get converted to limit s tends to infinity s into capital F of s. Similarly, when you want to find f infinity in time domain, that is final value, this is the final value, this is the initial value, that is basically limit t tends to infinity ft, this should be equal to limit S tends to 0, S into f of s, right? See sir, what you'll have to remember from here, you remember that if t tends to 0, t is time sir, then frequency should tend to infinity. If time is tending to infinity, frequency should tend to 0. And one extra term will come here, that is s, right? Now, I am not going into the proofs of this, but remember this. Whenever you want to apply final value theorem, just one more cautious thing you have to be. Final value theorem is applied to only stable systems. Applied only to stable systems, right? Now again, when we go in the stability concept, we will talk more about this rigorously, right? Now let us take some few problems, sir. Some basic problems let me take and do those basic problems, sir. If I give a first problem, see sir, the problem is like this. This was asked in 1998 for 2 marks. The problem says, if your ft is equal to t square minus 2t into ut minus 1, then he is asking you your f of s. That is Laplace transform he is asking, right? Very simple question this is. See sir, how to tackle this kind of question? See sir, if you want to do this, the easiest way is like this, sir. You convert everything into t minus 1. So this is t square minus 2t plus 1 minus 1 into ut minus 1. This will get converted to t minus 1 square into ut minus 1 into minus ut minus 1. So see sir, what will this become? This will become t square ut. This is actually t square ut. What is t square ut, sir? 2 by s cube, isn't it? And in place of t you have minus 1, so it will become e power minus s here, right? Similarly, minus, what will be ut minus 1, sir? Ut minus 1 is 1 by s ut and e power minus s. This should be the answers, right? If you have done it directly, still you have got the same answer, but this is a better way of doing it, sir. Next, let me give you another question, sir. If I try to give you another question, it looks like this. This was asked in basically, the year is not specified, so let us do it, sir. Say ft is equal to, I am asking you, e power minus 2t ut minus 3, right? So if this kind of question is asked, see sir, how to tackle this kind of question. Is asking you Laplace transform, then capital F of s is equal to what, right? Make sure the t is same. If it's t minus 1 here, make sure you get t minus 1, or there is no other t term there, right? So you can write this as e power minus 2 t minus 3 plus 3 into ut minus 3. See sir, what will this become? This will become e power minus 2 t minus 3 ut minus 3, and this will become what, sir? Into, isn't it? Because this is e power, this what you can do, sir? E power minus a plus b can be written as e power minus a into e power b, isn't it? So using the same property, what can I do? See here, I can write this as e power minus 2 into t minus 3 into e power minus 6, right? Now, e power minus 2t ut is 1 by s plus 2, isn't it? It is 1 by s plus 2, but there is not t minus 2, that is e power minus 3, s will come into e power minus 6 is there, right? So this should be the answer for this. Next, if I want to go with the next question, see sir, what is the next question? The next question is also very simple. Let me write that particular question here. Is telling that if your ft is equal to e power 2t ut, e power ut sin 5t ut. We have done this, sir. This is the previous year question. It was asked in 2016 for 1 mark. That's why I am doing this. Very simple question this is. We can directly write this, sir. Sin is there, so you will get it as 5 divided by s minus 2 square plus 5 square. This should be the answer, isn't it? Next, if I want to see another question, the next question is like this. See, sir, what is the next question saying? This is a good question. It's telling that if your ft is like this, if this is your f of t and this is your t, and it is given in graphical forms, it is given in graphical form, it is like this. It is given from 2 to 3. It is given from 2 to 3 and this value is given as 1. Now see, sir, how can you write this? How will u of t look like? U of t will look like this, right? How is u of t minus 2 will look like? T minus 2 will look like this, right? How will t minus 3 will look like? U of t minus 3. This is 2, t minus 3 will look like this. So equate whatever is inside equal to 0, then you will get it, sir. So if you do u of t minus 2 minus t minus 3, this is what you will get. That is what is needed. That means what is your f of t, sir? So basically your f of t is basically ut minus 2 minus ut minus 3. So this will become what, sir? The ut is 1 by s and e power minus 2s minus 1 by s e power minus 3s. This should be the answer, right? Next, sir, right? So these are some of the previous year question asked from this particular topic. The next topic is basically the inverse Laplace, right? Inverse Laplace, we generally do the inverse Laplace by partial fractions, sir. So let me teach you partial fractions. Inverse Laplace. Inverse Laplace, it is mostly done by partial fraction. Can be solved by using partial fractions. So Sita, let me tell you how to do partial fractions. You might already know partial fractions, but let me give you a quick overview. Let me do it with an example only, sir. Say I am asking you a question like this. S into s plus 2 into s plus 4. Right? So whenever you have roots like this, which are quite distinct and real, then what you do, sir? You write it like this. A by s plus b by s plus 2 plus c by s plus 4, right? Now whenever you want a, see sir, whenever you want a, what you do is, whatever is given here, you multiply it with s, because the denominator of a is s. See what is given? It is given as s into s plus 2 into s plus 4. After multiplying, what you do, sir? In this you put limit s tends to 0. Why s tends to 0? Because this is s is equal to 0, sir, right? So if you do that, you will get the value as 1 by 8, isn't it? Because 4 2s are 8. Similarly, if you want b, sir, if you want b, what you do, sir? Whatever is there in the denominator of b, just do it here, multiply it here. That is whatever is here, s into s plus 2 into s plus 4. Then what you do, you put s is equal to, see sir, this is s plus 2. So write s is equal to minus 2. If you write s is equal to minus 2, see sir, what will that become? This will become, somehow this fellow will get cancelled, sorry. This fellow will get cancelled, and if you put minus 2, 1 by minus 2 plus 4. So this will become what, sir? 1 by minus 1 by 4, isn't it? 4 minus 2, 2 minus 1 by 4. If you want C, similarly, you, now let us do directly, sir. You directly don't write this. Whatever is there, you don't write. Write simply s into s plus 2. And you put s is equal to minus 4. So this will become 1 by minus 4 plus 2. That will be 1 by 8. This is the way to do it, sir. Right? This is whenever you have simple poles. You could have zeros also, it doesn't matter, or you could have the numerator terms also, it doesn't matter. you still the same rule will apply, sir, right? The problem comes with this. The problem comes when this comes. Say when I am asking you s plus 1 square into s plus 2. If at all a problem like this comes, then see sir what will happen? You can write it as a by s plus 2 square plus you write b by s plus 2 plus c by s plus, not s plus 2, so that is s plus 1. Yes, that is s plus 1 and this is s plus 2, right? A and C can be readily found. So let us see how to find A and C. How do you find A, sir? Readily, let us do A. If you want to find A, you remove this fellow. Then it will become 1 by s plus 2. In this you put s is equal to minus 1. See sir, what will you get? 1 by 1 you will get. See if you want C. C also you can readily get, sir. You remove this fellow because that's in the denominator. So what will you get? 1 by s plus 1 square you will get. Then what you do, sir? You put s is equal to minus 2 because that is s plus 2 is there. So this will become 1, right? Now, when you want B, if you want B, B will be like this. B will become 1 by 1 factorial d by ds of 1 by s plus 2. What you have to do is, this is the highest power. Compared to highest power, how many powers it has decreased, sir? It has decreased 1 power. So write 1 by 1 factorial and differentiation also 1 factorial. Differentiation also 1 time, right? And whatever is this s plus 1, remove that. Whatever is there in whatever this function is there, remove that function, then differentiate. After differentiating, you put s is equal to minus 1, right? So see sir, what will this become? This will become minus 1 by s plus 2 square and they will put s is equal to minus 1. So see sir, what will you get this as? You will get this as minus 1, right? Say if I ask you another question like this. Say I ask you 1 by or say s plus 3 by s plus 2 square, not square sir, let me take power 4 or something like that. S plus power 4, s plus 1, right? Now, I will not solve this entirely, but I will tell you how to solve this. See sir, what will this become? This will become a by s plus 1 plus you write b by s plus 2 power 4 plus c by s plus 2 power 3 plus d by s plus 2 power 2 plus e by s plus 2 power 1, right? Finding a and b is very simple, sir. See how can I find a? If you want to find a, remove this s plus 1. So if you remove s plus 1, what will you get? You will get s plus 3 by s plus 2 whole to the power of 4. In this you put s is equal to minus 1 because this is s plus 1 is there. So that will become minus 1 plus 3 divided by minus 1 plus 2 whole power 4. That will be equal to 2. Similarly, getting b is also very simple, sir. How will you get b? Remove this fellow. If you remove that fellow, that will become s plus 3 divided by s plus 1 and in this you put s is equal to minus 2. So this will become minus 2 plus 3 by minus 2 plus 1. This will be equal to 1, right? Now the challenge comes when you have to find C and D and E. So see sir, let me do it here. Right, let me do it here. Now if I want to do this particular problem, see sir, what will I do? Now see if I want to find C. If I want to find C, how many powers less the C is, sir? It is 1 power less. So 1 by 1 factorial and 1 time differentiation d by ds. Whose differentiation? After removing that s plus 2, sir. That means it will become simply s plus 3 by s plus 1. Next, if you want D, how do you find? And in this, what you put, sir? S is equal to minus 2 you put. Right? Next, if you want to do D, that will be 1 by 2 factorial. Why 1 by 2 factorial, sir? compared to highest power, how many powers it is less? 2 powers it is less. So 1 by 2 factorial d square by ds square s plus 3 divided by s plus 1. And after that you put s is equal to minus 2. Similarly, if you want e, what will be e, sir? E will be basically 1 by 3 factorial. Why 1 by 3 factorial? Compared to highest power, this 3 powers less. And d cube by ds cube. Differentiated 3 times, that is s plus 3 divided by s plus 1, and you put s is equal to minus, right? This is how you have to do it, sir. Next, the last model of partial fraction is something like this. Whenever you have like this, sir, say s plus 2 divided by s into s square plus s plus 1. Right? So whenever you have something like this, see, sir, what will happen? S plus 1. Roots are complex conjugate pair. Roots are complex conjugate pair. If the roots are complex conjugate pair, then you have no option, sir. You have to do it like this. You have to do a by s plus bs plus c divided by s square plus s plus 1, right? And there is no shortcut also. For finding a, there is shortcut. For finding b and c, there is no shortcut. You'll have to do the hard way. See, sir, what's the hard way? If you want a will be simply s plus 2 divided by s square plus s plus 1. In this, you put s is equal to 0, so you'll get it as 2, right? Now, when you want to find b, see, sir, you'll have to do cross multiplication. So, this will be s plus 2 divided by s into s square plus s plus 1. Do the cross multiplication. If you want to do the cross multiplication, that will become as square. But we already know the value of a. See, sir, what is the value of a? 2. 2s square plus 2s plus 2 plus bs square plus cs whole divided by s into s square plus s plus 1. Now see, sir, this denominator gets cancelled, and this is only s plus 2 here, but whereas here what will you get? See, sir, s square term is there, s square term is there, so that is 2 plus b into s square. And if you want s terms, see, sir, s term is 2 plus c into s term plus 2, right? So equate what? This 2 matches to this 2 here, and this 1 coefficient of s you have to equate with the coefficient of s. That means 1 is equal to 2 plus c. So what will be c, sir? Your c will be equal to minus 1. Similarly, 2 plus b is equal to 0 because there is no s square coefficient. That means b is equal to minus 2. B is equal to how much, sir? Minus 2. So this is how you find partial fractions. Once you find partial fractions, it will be easy to find the inverse Laplace, sir. Once you find partial fractions, it will be easy to find inverse Laplace transform, right? So this is all the basics you need to do the Laplace transform, because from the next class, whenever we start doing problems on control systems, we will be doing some or the other concept which we have learned in this class. So make sure you read this lecture thoroughly and be prepared, sir. Right? Let's stop this here and meet in the next class. Thank you, sir. So that was the lecture, sir. I hope you enjoyed the lecture and gained some knowledge. For more content like this, please subscribe to our channel Octomy, and also like and share it with your friends. And if you have any valuable feedback or doubts, you can always write down in the comments. And to watch my entire playlist and the full course, please enroll with us. Thank you, sir.